Ashley has been a performer at Jingle Bells in New York for a long time, but like every other diva, her time on stage is also inversely proportional to the age of her features. As she is replaced overnight by her producers, Ashley sits at home annoyed because she had made this stage the entire purpose of her life and doesn't know what to do about it. When her mother calls her to tell her they plan to visit her this Christmas since she refuses to come back to their hometown for Christmas, Ashley tells her she might visit this time. Landing in Sycamore Creek, Ashley takes a cab straight to Rhythm Room, the bar owned by her parents and a place she spent her entire childhood. Outside, she bumps into a handyman and falls by getting trapped in the decor. Inside the bar, she meets Troy and Danny. Troy is a bartender, while Danny is a regular who likes to solve crosswords and drinks beers in the bar. The landlady, Denise, visits and takes the couple away for a conversation. Ashley looks at all the achievements and papers on the wall about Rhythm Room's fame before proceeding to open the faucet to drink water. Only the water comes from above rather than its normal route. Troy helps her, and he, along with her parents, tells her that the taps do that in this room sometimes. When asking about repairs, they laugh and say Denise keeps raising the rent. They also mention the sales going down, the performers and bands preferring bigger clubs, and a young handyman who helps them with repairs. The said handyman, aka Luke, walks through the door and gets introduced to Ashley. After that, Ashley visits her sister at her diner. Marie and her husband Roger warmly greet Ashley as she catches up with her recent hiatus and the Rhythm Room with her. Marie gets her the cookie she's working on when Luke comes in. Like her parents, Marie is also playing Cupid by asking Luke to drop Ashley at her place since he's going that way. While driving, the two talk about their lives and jobs. Luke likes to play around with tools ever since he saw his father do that, and why he helps run the club is because Rhythm Room and Stan and Lily, Ash's parents, made him feel warm and welcome when he shifted here. Ashley also shares her forced and uncertain hiatus and how that was everything she's ever worked for. Back at Marie's house, Ash notices how her sister has recorded and framed all her achievements. While talking about guys and dating, she also suggests Luke, but Ashley has weird excuses for everyone. She didn't date actors or performers because she wanted to stay professional. Giving the example of Marie dating a surgeon once doesn't turn about right because he was a pretend doctor. And that too, someone who pretends to be a doctor in bachelorette parties. In short, Marie dated a stripper and nobody knew that. The next day, Ashley visits the club but finds it empty. Hearing Luke's voice once again startles her, but not as much as his bare abs do. Wearing a shirt, he asks for a little help in fixing the faucet. After that, Luke goes in to fix more stuff when Denise visits again. She wants to talk to Ash's parents, but Ash needs to know what's happening. She gets to know that her parents owe $30,000 to Denise, and she is currently looking at places like juice bars that can take over the place because Rhythm Room isn't a sensation anymore, but just a hole in the wall. While trying to convince her that Rhythm Room can get its spark back, she remembers her sister dating a stripper and tells Denise she is planning on creating a male dance review to help brighten up the place. She makes her lie believable by telling Luke is part of that group. Poor Luke agrees with whatever is on the spot, but then refuses to dance and strip in front of the public. Ashley convinces him to do it for the sake of her parents, and this place making him reluctantly accept it. The first three members of her review are Luke, Roger, and Troy. Poor guys have to put in a lot of effort to bring out the dancer in them, not to mention a provocative one. The next few days, the three of them can see practicing their footwork and moves even during their actual jobs. In the meantime, Ashley and Marie try to spread out pamphlets about this event. Marie has the better approach of directly telling ladies about male strippers and bringing their interest in the event. Luke seems to be the most nervous one amongst the three, so Ashley decides to help him out. She teaches him how to dance with her, which slowly turns out to be a romantic moment even though all the other people at the club are still watching. And that too happily because almost all of them have been playing Cupid for them. On the night of the first performance of These Merry Gentlemen, everyone feels nervous, but what Luke feels can be seen. Poor guy has been breathing hard into a paper bag for a long time. Ashley comes in and tries to uplift him, telling him every performer feels that way before going to the stage. She then tells him all he needs to do is find one comforting face in the crowd to look at, and then he'll be able to perform with all their devotion. Luke takes note of it and obviously finds Ashley's face to be the comfort while he performs. The first performance goes well, making them earn more than $2,000 in one night, just by this event. After the event, Luke gifts Ashley a pretty pendant as gratitude for coming into his life. The two then have dinner and go out for a walk, talking about their lives when Luke casually asks if Ashley is single. She is, but Luke tells her he's divorced and things ended badly for his marriage. Luke moved to the town for his wife but ended up being the one who stayed. Ashley shares her dilemma of how life has thrown her into a situation where she doesn't know what to do next. Luke mentions when one door closes, another one opens, and then smoothly flirts that behind this door is just a carpenter for her. Soon the group of three turns to four, as the driver, Ricky, who dropped Ashley the day she comes to Marie's diner, and is dancing around in his zone while wearing headphones. Good thing none of these men cared about being called strippers and put all their energy into perform for the rhythm room. In the coming days, the show has sparked the interest of many ladies in the town, ensuring them that their plan of earning $30K will be successful with this. Everything is going smoothly and perfectly till Roger slips into the snow and sprains his ankle. The three try performing, but the alignment and placement gets distorted. Stopping midway, they wonder what to do when Danny comes wearing the costume, proving them wrong that he just drinks beers and solves crosswords all day. Watching them perform and practice all the time made him perform just like them, turning it into a 5-member group. Marie and Ashley watch the interview of the guys on the local broadcasting channel to become a sensation in the town. Troy is also there and he walks to Ashley, telling her that Luke has never been this happy before. Ashley wonders about this, so Troy shares how Luke's ex-wife was the one who was forced to move to this town, making Luke leave everything for her. However, once Luke finally settled in this place, she wanted to move back and then left him. Once Troy leaves, Marie is still playing Cupid for her and Luke, as she sends Ashley to his workshop to deliver his lunch. Going there, she sees all his woodwork and is thoroughly impressed. Of course, he'd joke about buying those things so a city girl could think he made them and be impressed. Luke then offers her a dance since a nice song is playing. This time, the closed hold while dancing is a little too close as the heat rises with their dance, eventually leading to a kiss. Ashley then cutely excuses herself, saying his lunch must be getting cold. The rhythm room will soon reach its goal as the last Christmas Eve show will have them earn the $30K they are missing. However, the plot twist is her former manager, Jody, calls Ashley just before Eve, telling her the newbie was not good at all, and they want her back with a 3-year contract and a 25% raise. Ashley agreed, but she had to get on a flight Christmas Eve, making her pause and rethink. Going out, she shares this with her parents, who initially think she must have given them an earful for first throwing her talent away and then telling her to come back. But Ashley tells them she wants to go back because performing at Jingle Bells has been her dream since childhood. Not only dream, but her only thought. Her parents are supportive and tell her she can go since she has already brought things under control for Rhythm Room. She then texts Jody that she will come back. Unfortunately, she doesn't think of sharing this with Luke until the next day. Luke is devastated when she mentions leaving, all the effort she has put here, and they have put in for her and going back. She even got involved with him and brought him back to the bright aspects of life. The other four come in and have almost similar responses because they put their entire energy into this purpose, and the one who convinced them is going to leave them out in the cold just before the big day. Luke walks away angrily, claiming all city girls are the same, and we cannot blame him for this. Ashley spends the next night double-minded about what to do and tries calling Luke, but he doesn't pick up. The next day, Ashley comes to the room to bid bye to her parents and Marie when Marie mentions that she should try a little harder with Luke if she has feelings for him. Ashley accepts that she feels strongly towards him, but she cannot force herself to Luke with all this situation. The two are unaware that Luke is on the other side fixing some table and listening to all of this. Poor guys have a hard time practicing as they've lost their enthusiasm, but they cannot stop right before the last step to saving Rhythm Room. At night, Ashley is stuck in traffic since it is Christmas, while the guys prepare for their performance. Hearing the song she listened to with Luke makes her rethink everything. Meanwhile, the performance begins, but when Luke turns up, he cannot find any friendly face for his comfort and has to stop the performance. Good thing Ashley rushes in right away. Troy sees that and gets the music turned up right away. The performance turns out to be a hit, and so does the relationship between Luke and Ashley, since Ashley rejected the offer and came back. The next day, all these people have a family lunch in celebration of their hard work and retaining of the Rhythm Room. Denise gets her pending money back and apologizes to Ashley for underestimating her, but small-town perks that nobody holds a grudge against her for doing her job. And with that, everyone lived happily in this little town. Later at night, Luke and Ashley walk as she shares whatever she does will be at Sycamore Creek. She then shares her favorite Christmas memories with him and asks his, to which he responds, "The one today," and kisses her, marking their new beginning in this cute little town.